against our Egoist, who has been dominant so far. Team Vamos, one more chance. And for Team Spirit, they are in the semifinal. If they win this game, there's one more opportunity to change history. Let's see who takes it.
Victory will be earned through blood, and I could not agree more with our panel. Thanks, Rende, Renmar, and Mirko. It's Trex and Leo taking you through game number 3 in this best of 5. They mentioned that whoever gets more kills wins, and I don't think there's any other way. You gotta kill before you convert.
And that is exactly how these past games have been going. Team Spirit, we were worried they were going to take it slow, but instead they were willing to hit the gas. They were willing to go for the kills and use it as conversion. Not a slow-paced game, not something where we just play for objectives and never try to take anyone down. They always want to kill first.
Yep, quick recap. It was off of Hiko's Pakiro and Uranus on Kid Bomba. That was just forward facing all the time that led to this match point situation we see Team Spirit in. So now Vamos is trying to close that gap, and I like how they're not pulling any punches. Look at the damage profile and of course the speed that Vamos can go through. Renmar usually often mentions this, it's gatotable, and this is when you want to say it's gatotable. You want to find an easy way to get Hiko, compromise his position, and force an early get away from him. So at least they're fixing that now. Vamos, I feel like this could be the pivot point.
Yeah. For me, the most important thing for Vamos is don't die first. You know, don't be the first one to go for the attack, and that is what they're going for here. If you do, don't mess it up. Don't fall for the Sawo bait that's been happening over these past 3 games. Zakif taking a little bit of damage. Zaur able to get the deadly magic off, but just showing presence, not exactly going for kills.
10 seconds before the turtle spawns lower quarter. Again, one more way you could say that for sure Vamos is trying their darndest to survive in this series is look at the amount of purifies. 3 out of the 5 confirmed that they don't want to get touched by Sawa. They don't want to get compromised by that Ruby. Turtle now on 10th.
Ooh, Zakif into the backside. Air 4-4 able to steal the turtle. Kid Bomba taking a lot of damage as well. They do get stunned up. Air 4-4 back to the backside, looking for Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba still able to survive with a sidestep. Air 4-4's got to get out of there, but Vamos will move on to that tier 3 and get some nice gold plating. A little more damage in this purple buff jungle. Zakif taking out first blood over to Sunset Lover.
All right, quick tally of events. Yes, Vamos did yeet that turtle out from underneath Team Spirit. Oh, Klokun! A lot of damage out of Sunset Lover. Black Shoes! He should be fine. Major objective goes over to the Malaysian squad, but Team Spirit, we mentioned the opening seconds of the bout. Whoever gets more kills, and they took down Zakif with very little fight. I think at some point Zakif was like, yep, I'm in too deep. This is, guys, just make something else on the map for me.
Yeah, just a little too committed, but I still got to say, with the gold plating that they were able to get on that bottom tier 3 with the turtle, still feels like a good direction for Vamos. This is the first time in 3 games they've had a lead in the beginning. Was that a steal from Air? Did he get that?
Yep, a small camp. And that should put him up about maybe close to 1,000 up. So we saw a little bit of the action in the XP lane. Gold lane, though, the fact that Hiko was able to like leave a little bit, join a little bit in mid, and then jump over means he should be close to at least where Natko is right now, but it's close that it's clear that Vamos are on a different tempo now. So at least that decisiveness, that maybe even to a fault, over decisiveness, shows that they have a plan, and now they're finally trying to get to it. Deadly Magic's put on the Klokun. He should be fine. I think up to this next turtle, about 20 seconds up, is where we see the 1,000 gold lead broken here by Vamos. And Sunset Lava underneath tier 1! And he gets away with it!
Right in time with the Blade of Heptases. Beautifully done. Arrow 4-4 getting a kill on the map right before turtle as well.
And I don't think it's for a lack of things to do for Team Spirit. Look, they have Sunset Lover, they have the Selena, they have Kid Bomba, given he was down in the bottom lane dealing with Sepat. Sawo couldn't exactly get a confirmed freeze, or I don't think you're gonna waste an ult on a Fanny from underneath tier 1 like that. So I think Vamos have found the perfect speed. This is the Goldilocks spot for them. Not too cold, not too hot, just the right amount of pressure to be able to get to that 1,500, maybe 2,000 gold lead up leading into Turtle 2.
And it all started with the draft, I feel like, them taking that blue side instead. Up on the top side, though, Air 4-4 gets the solo kill on to Zaur. Finally punishing back.
And this is what we're talking about. Vamos have a plan in their head. They have a winning image. And sometimes it doesn't have to involve the major objectives. It sometimes involves just stepping on your opponent's neck and stopping them from moving. Zakif engages, in comes Error!
Error does get knocked up, pulled up by the Fatal Links, but Clawkun still able to get the kill on to Stunset Lover. They're gonna move on to this turtle now. Azauer is nowhere to be found. No way for Team Spirit to contest this.
As mentioned, the award-winning film Whiplash, this is to my tempo. This is Vamos just rolling that drum to their beat, taking a turtle too handily here. And Team Spirit, for the first time in this series, are on the back foot. You'll see here, minute one, Trex. Minute one, they've been trying to condition Team Spirit to take those fights underneath tier 1. And we saw, I believe, an ult Arasawa to try and punish that dive from Air 4-4. It wasn't enough.
So where does Team Spirit go from here? They do seem to be slowing it down a little bit. Unlike when Vamos was losing, where they would kind of over-engage even when they were behind, Team Spirit isn't exactly looking for fights. But Vamos is closing in its grasp right now. With that tier 3 down on the top side, we're going to be able to start seeing Nako getting involved in these fights. They're going to go for the rotations around the map. It's not just going to be a 3v3. It's going to be a 5v4, something of that nature. More
than involved, I think Natco will start fights. Sometimes even with just a rogue Zaman force, because that's how ahead Vamos is right now. Just to put it into context, Sepat hasn't been in the bottom lane for maybe 30, 45 seconds, and that's enough for Kid Bomba to try and equalize. But look at where the turrets are. Literally. Air 4 can just visit, maybe sneeze on the turret, and it would fall. That would be permanent damage to Team Spirit's potential to farm, because top lane has already fallen. So this is what we were looking for. In the early days of the group stage, this is what the meta demanded. Easy conversions, kill for a turret, quick take, and then it snowballs. That's what's happening. Sepat jumps in.
Nice. Falling Star Moon does come from Sepat, but the damage starts to come out from Hiko. Oh, nice pulling with Fatal Links, but the Spawn Force drops down, and Vamos doesn't run away. No, they engage more. Team Spirit loses Sawo. Hiko continues to get free shots off, but Vamos not giving up on this push. Able to take that mid tier 3 down to about half health. The Sepat holds down the front line. Team Spirit looks to re-engage. They dive down, and Hiko gets the kill on to Sepat. It's 1-for-1, but Vamos still holds the lead.
Oh, Error walks in to that brush, holding her for Zaur. So close. I believe the window is closed. Trex, Zaur Egoist can no longer threaten a single member of Vamos, not alone. It cannot be off of his back. This is where I think we've seen over the past 2 to 3 months the heyday of, I hate to say it, the utility Harley. He has to just either be cleanup or just the gap closer to take these objectives, and then he goes from there. He has to use his space escape to try and push waves, because right now it's all off of Hiko. Hiko might be the only hope for Team Spirit to get a good mid-game berth.
Sawo, though, going to look for an engage, even with Team Spirit being behind Air 4-4. Able to get the turtle. Jumps onto Hiko. Hiko does have to go away. It might not be the right target. He's going to move off. They're just controlling lanes at this point. Little poke here and there, but nothing too major.
And this is all Team Spirit could do. Make sure that the damage dealt to their side lanes doesn't extend to mid. So they see this big fat wave down bottom. They're standing Kid Bomba. Top lane, it's Zaur who's going to clear that up. And Vamos, all they're doing is finding that next big fight. Finding where Sawo's willing to fade the links, where Kid Bomba might think, oh, I'm offended here. But they know that Team Spirit is short on damage. They know that they can't fight toe-to-toe just yet. So there has to be a crafty way for the math to side over to Team Spirit. Because Vamos right now, look, they're just taking it slow. This is a clear sign that a team knows that their damage is on point. Oh my lord, a single swing overputs a third out of Hiko's life down.
A single swipe. Hiko might not even have time to hit the go away if he's not careful. It's getting to a point where we'll have to preemptively do it when these fights start, because if anyone jumps on top of him too quick, he's going down.
All right, fortunately, Hiko has been getting some farm, and that's speaking relatively, because look at how well Vamos is freezing these waves. He's just butt down maybe 500 gold away from Natco, and Kid Bomba gets caught!
Keith able to set up for Nako. Nako able to get the kill on to Kid Bomba, and Nako keeps it going, jumps on his Zaur. Sawo trying to come in and help out, does have the Fatal Links, able to pull one in. Purity does pop for Nako. Sabat able to get away. The Deadly Magic brings down to about half health as Team Spirit doesn't really want to force a fight. They just don't want to lose a tower at this point. But Air 4-4 does want to force it. Jumps on a Sunset Lover onto the tower with the cutthroat. Gets him, takes him out, and Vamos moves on to the mid side.
Nice and easy. Vamos was corralling Sunset Lover. I think they were just cajoling him to say, all right, you could do this, and then says, psych! Throws him underneath the bus. Just like that, the lead has grown to almost 6,000 up. I don't think Team Spirit should even contest. This should be a free Lord, but wait, Sawa, what's he thinking? He doesn't have a Fatal Links.
Sawo doesn't know how to not contest at this point. No, it's just vision. But Team Spirit maybe should be using this to take a tier 3 up top side. Do they really want to go? They don't need to go for a Lord right now. Use Zower to play the map right now instead of forcing Vamos into a fight that you might not win.
I agree. Use it as if like a baby Fanny, like a baby Ling.
Baby Fanny. Baby Ling.
Fanny at home. But it seems like Team Spirit, despite the 5,000 gold that Vamos has on top of them, want to keep him honest. So, which I get. Because look at this lineup. Look at Team Spirit's lineup. None of them can clear waves as easily as one might expect. So maybe they don't want to defend out of the base. But also, now that I'm thinking about it, an I'm offended inside the base would be lethal. That could be a turnaround that Team Spirit can play off of. Maybe a singular wipeout, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe if you can just slow it down here, right now, in the Lord Pit, they'd rather take that fight. They take their chances here.
Speaking of I'm offended, can Kid Baba land something now? He does get vision into that side bush. Team Spirit don't want to give it up. Maybe they do. They finally back off. Someone makes the call of, this is not the play, guys. Let's play the map. Let's let them have it. Let's go for the defense.
And guess what? You can't purify the map. That's the thing that Vamos is thinking right now. They have layers upon layers of insurance. Playing the map doesn't force them to use their Purify, which is almost single-handedly the one resource that Team Spirit are struggling to deal with. Because Sunset Lover, I hate to say it, is a non-factor right now. His arrows are landing a little too far off. Zkeep comes in.
Heck, I'm offended, lands on his Zkeep. Panako with the re-engage, drops him on force. The damage still just too much. And Team Spirit doesn't quite have enough. Hiko does drop the goal away. Look at the damage. Nako still gets away. One more shot. He gets the shield and he survives. Team Spirit just can't luck out in this game.
Oh! But he still goes down. What was that? He walked into a trap.
Is that what happened?
It must have been the only possible explanation. So Sunset Lover says, Leo, who's not a threat now, but that's not what we were referring to. We were referring to Purify's getting popped. What? The damage on Sunset Lover, we underestimated. The possibility of a late game Selena turning things around like that.
I mean, he had like 10% health.
The damage will less than. It was like 4 or 5% with a shield.
A trap, I feel like that's fair game. The trap got the kill.
Oh, where was it? Somewhere around here.
Had to be in mid-brush, yeah, mid-river brush, something like that.
Okay, so that does keep the Lord push very manageable.
Yeah, they still have their tier 2.
The inhibitors standing, yeah, tier 2 in mid. But that doesn't stop Vamos from staying up. And look, you got to respect Aero 404's diligence. This is him saying, we're not so sure just yet, so let me build RGM. We respect that, Selena. I'm offended. Kid Bomba throws his shot out. I think if we get past the 16-minute mark without Team Spirit losing, you might be cooking. Seppat here in the middle of 5.
Pat once again taking so much damage. Not going to be able to survive this one. Deadly Magic will lock in, but no. Seppat still lives. And Zkeep jumps into the mid of all of Team Spirit. Kid Bomba forced to use a flicker just to get away. Vamos hanging on by a thread in every fight.
XP laners, the vanguards of their squads, this close to death. All this while, Aero 404 just wanted to commit Grand Theft Orange, so they're continuing to choke out Team Spirit, playing for this Lord, spawning in about a minute lower quarter. Looking at the items, wow, it was just 2 items. Trex, it was literally just a book and a glowing wand.
That's all it takes. The burn, the burn though, a little bit of damage, plus the burn, double burn.
Natko had 0 defense. So he was just going to take that either way. Looking at the gold lane, again, just about 500 gold between Hiko and Natko. And Hiko hasn't died yet. So I'd say as long as Team Spirit can keep their inhibitors healthy, can at least venture out of their base, maybe, what, 10, 12 leagues out, they should be fine.
I mean, honestly, the fact that first Lord wasn't able to bring everything down to inhibitors and not even take possibly inhibitor means it's already going to be about 14.5 minutes. 15 minutes by the time this first Lord goes down.
2-minute counter.
It's going to be hard. Team Spirit could honestly just play defense here.
That's what
they could let the Lord come at them.
Whoa.
They should be able to shred. Sawo doesn't want to play defense. Zakif getting pushed away. Into the backside, though. Air 404. Able to get some nice damage down onto Zaur. Kid Bomba as well. Team Spirit, like I said, they could play defense. They probably won't lose off of one more Lord push. And then you're in mid to late game at that point.
Passive push up top. So this dance has been beneficial to Team Spirit. Still cannot deny the mechanical and momentum-based gameplay of Air 404. Dodging a couple ults. Big knockup. Lord of 10.
Saved by the Lord. Saved by the bell. Kid Bomba takes the Lord, though, with the steals to keep in the backside. Able to make sure he goes down as Seppat moves on to Hiko. Sawo with the Fatal Links. Able to pull 2 members away. Nako able to get some free shots back in response. Team Spirit back to base. They have a Lord. They have a defense. And now they have an advance.
A Lord for 2. That's a bargain. Again, looking at Team Spirit's lineup, it's not a lineup that can defend inside the base. Wave clear isn't a commodity they can go off of, but look at the trade. Look at how well Kid Bomba just dug underneath. That Zaragoza was too far off. So that was a Hail Mary play.
And it pays off at this point. They do defend. They lose their mid-tier 2, but still inhibitors all stand strong. Vamos has to rethink, and we're getting to that goal. We're getting to the spread. We're getting to 5-item territory at this point. It's going to be another, what, 2 minutes till we get another Lord or a little more?
Yep. And I think we've crossed the point wherein I'd say Team Spirit can contest that Lord. This last one, I didn't expect for them to steal it. I was expecting them to, just draw it out. But the fact that they stole it made this, again, canon moment in this game a little more possible. And here we are now. They're threatening the push in mid. Massive AOG.
Does get the knock up onto 2, but Hiko still has to go away. Air 4-4 unable to connect onto any. Zakif keeps getting caught. Yes, he's able to get that AOG, but his health was too low before that fight started. Team Spirit continue to make him a target.
I'd say it's worth it, the fact that they were able to protect their tier 1, because that's another point that Team Spirit has to put pressure on. It did not come for free, yes, but he didn't die. Couple of battle spells, yes, key battle spells, but the fact that mid lane tier 1 is still standing makes this Lord all the more harder for Team Spirit to contest for. They will contest, yes, but it's not as ideal, not as viable for them to convert elsewhere. So Vamos still has more tricks up their sleeve. You can see that Air 404, 17, 80 minutes in, is still dodging. AOG point blank!
Once again, able to get a knock-up onto Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba doesn't have to go away, but a nice Fatal Links does land from Sawo. Seppat taking a lot of damage from Hiko. Hiko unloading right now. Zarugis being the next target as Air 404 finds him. Will he go for the re-engage? Sawo is low. Air 404 trying to turn things around, but decides it's not the optimal strategy.
2 for 1. Still a good trade for Team Spirit, but they lost the Retribution holder, so it doesn't immediately convert to a Lord. Here now we're seeing how perfectly Team Spirit, their patience is paying off. Fatal Links into all of them linked up to Muddles. And Hiko Mania starting off about 17.5 minutes in. Air 405, I think, is the linchpin of this lineup. The fact that he's taking care of the map, the fact that he picked off Zarugis when they needed to, means this Lord wasn't as free for the Dragons.
Do they try to burst it down here? It's a few seconds for Zaur on the map. Gonna look for position. They do take the purple buff. Did he take purple? No, it's still there.
Oh, he might have just left the baby.
That's what I'm wondering, if he just left. No.
No. Well, I think the fact that, all right, vision-wise, Team Spirit has it in spades. They can just leave traps around. Sawo can flush him through. So I think that's what Air 404 was afraid of. He wasn't sure where the members of Team Spirit were, but now, Spirit, they start up a dance.
Hiko is becoming a problem at this point. There is no answer to this man. Once the go away comes out, he can just unload. Even Seppat is getting shredded down. We saw it in the last big Lord fight. Arrows coming out from Sunset Lover. Vision gained by Team Spirit. Vamos now are at a point where they need to find a way in.
Lord, at a third of its health, gets soft reset. Sawo playing footsies toe-to-toe against Zakif. Zarugis clearing that wave up top again. Due diligence. Long lane is in the Team Spirit's advantage. That's impressive. How they're able to do this dance this well.
Truncheon comes down for Falkland. In these grouped up fights, it could make the difference. Ooh, as Hiko continues to play his hour, able to lock down onto Clockun, pops a Daddy Magic. Clockun will survive with the black shoes. Arrow comes out, but that is one big utility down on the side of Vamos.
Another soft reset for the Lord. Ult spent on either side. Zekif here has an immortality already, so he can use his body as a shield. Can't engage. Lord at half health.
Man, the way that Hiko is consistently pressuring this Lord means Vamos can't take the risk of playing the long lane. They can't play the map right now. They need a full reset. Step out on the backside. Look at the flicker in, and Sawa finds error! Sawa will pay the price for that. Vamos without a jungler have to make this play happen now. They have to change something, but Team Spirit isn't gonna let it happen. Hiko will not let it happen. Sapat's on the run, Clockun's on the run, and Kid Bomba won't let him get away. The mid, Zekif with the AOG back to the base. Team Spirit take the win and take the Lord in that fight.
A sequence out of order. The lead is gone. They've evaporated the 5,000 up they've been sitting on for the better part of 10 minutes. Hiko underneath the Lord at point blank range. Lifestealed his way to bullying 2 to 3 members of Vamos out. Kid Bomba now forcing a black shoes out of Clockun.
Kid Bomba doesn't have the I'm offended anymore, so they should be safe, but he's never gonna give it up. Sepat there as well. Lord slowly marching down top side. This is the only advantage that Vamos has right now.
Lord is going to be evolved, so as soon as this makes it into where fights happen, Team Spirit is going to be calling the shots. That's a Spirit Lord.
And at this point too, Vamos, they have their tier 2, so that's at least one advantage in this push, in this defense, I would say.
They can slow the inevitable.
They can slow the inevitable. Big wave in the mid side. Air 4-4, because of this slow push on the Lord, he's able to kind of play the map a bit, but Team Spirit doesn't care about the other lanes. They want to Hail Mary it down this top side.
Okay, a lot is on Clockun right now. He's going to need his Purify in 20 seconds. Zarigos put down a third of his health.
They got him offended from Kid Bomba though, on multiple members, followed up by Fatal Links. Arrow 4-4. Forced to wing away. Zekif will drop next. Immortality does pop. He doesn't have the AOG. He's not able to get away with it at least. And Lord breaks through as Team Spirit close the distance. Arrow 404's got to get in there. Sapat's got to get in there. They got to clear the wave, but they can't. Team Spirit lock on the base. Revenge